let's talk about the three toll plaza idea. You said you want to put three toll plazas basically in everywhere you enter Orleans Parish.
So first, before we start this,
well, a toll plaza.
I'm gonna need your protection on this. I'm gonna need a commitment from you. You've never heard anyone say that.
No.
Your mayor is gonna adopt everything I'm saying that people are like, yeah, right? And so at that point, I'm gonna need you to come out with a show saying where it really came from. Just like, even if I don't get elected, she knows she gonna have to put City Hall in the East because there's judges and lawyers and real people calling her right now saying that boy was right and we don't care if you don't like him, put it in the East. And so accountability is something, you know. But what was the question? Tell me again.
Oh no,
yeah, the tolls.
Yeah,
so
basically
what I'm gonna do is I'm going to abort our most prevalent issue in regards to ending our woes, which are lack of infrastructure and abject poverty. When I say lack of infrastructure, I mean, you know, affordable housing, living wage, streets, everything, right? I'm gonna put a toll on the bridge when you come in the city. And I'm gonna put one in every spot where you can enter Orleans Parish. That's the Mississippi River Bridge. That's the I-10-610 split right there coming out of Metairie into New Orleans. And that's as soon as you cross the bridge coming from Slidell. You're gonna pay us. Double axle trucks, that's where we finna get them. Industry coming through here, we the most polluted state in terms of carcinogens. You know that, right? Cancer Alley. And we're the most polluted state, meaning Dow Chemical. You know, we manufacture, we have the world's largest manufacturer of pollutants and their biggest facilities here. You feel me? And so I'm going to tax the real people who need to pay, like the trucking industry. And so I don't want my local truckers to get scared. If you are proven New Orleans tax base, you have nothing to worry about with any of this proposal. And that means if your business is registered Orleans Parish and your trucks are dispatched out of Orleans Parish, right? Or if you're a resident and you know you have your vehicle registered to Orleans Parish, a commitment to the tax base. And now I was just thinking why I paused just right there is because there will have to be some exceptions. Like, we don't want to discourage students from going to SUNO. And just because you want to go to SUNO doesn't mean you should have to change from your Mississippi license plate to New Orleans. But so we'll have some exceptions that you can prove where there's a gauge and a checks and balance, if you will, where there's a certainty of equity for every citizen.
What about the people who say that they don't register their vehicle in Orleans Parish because of the insurance rates, which attests to the bad streets in New Orleans? Like, the insurance rates are high because we have horrible streets in New Orleans.
No, the insurance rates are high because somehow the insurance industry has gotten everybody to believe that, you know, stolen cars and theft of mediocre priced cars somehow outweigh, you know, the affluent wrecking Bentleys and getting full claims. And that I've asked for that data for decades now, and no insurance company can show me where my insurance has to be higher because dudes are stealing cutlasses in the 7th Ward, where the Benzes are getting wrecked and stolen from affluent areas and they're replacing them in days like a good neighbor. And so if the justification for my high insurance is the theft and the cost, you should be able to relay that to me on paper. And I have formally challenged multiple insurance brokers and companies to show me that data to support. So what that really is another systemic mandate that profiles you to keep you subjugated. You're being herded. Whenever I give you a mandate as your mayor, I'm going to be able to give you statistics to show why this was feasible and viable, the checks and balance. And so, no, you really pay that for insurance because black people and poor people, since we've been able to drive and buy the used Cadillacs, have been paying for our insurance and theirs, just like we have with the homes and the home loans. That's why our loans are predatory. The company makes 33% off you, but they only charge 14% over here. My daddy lives in an affluent community when I was coming up. Multiple cars, one of them 1941 Ford worth buku money, and all of them on the policy. And me, my stepbrother, my mama, him, my sister, any of us could go jump in and drive it, either one we wanted. Oh, I ain't gonna lie, I'm not stunned. We knew not to touch Daddy Classic, but the point I'm making is we was all privy by the company to drive any of them. And this man, because of his address, and they couldn't tell he was black by his name, was paying $140 for that. When, you know, they got you paying $140 by yourself because they're telling you it's because of the crime rate where you live and because of other factors that are none of that can be substantiated on paper.
Okay, so how big is it to have elected officials that are from New Orleans, running New Orleans, as opposed to somewhere else?
Well, what concern other than your innate morality does a gunshot in the 7th Ward create for you when you live in Metairie? You have no real danger. You ain't gonna be thinking, damn, my kid's catching the school bus tomorrow. Yeah.
In conclusion, how do you plan on gaining the votes of millennials?
So I don't think I can gain them. I think that what's happening here is divine order. And I think that from the response I've been getting from y'all, that you guys were looking for some direction that made sense to you. And so I think that as long as I am who I present myself to be and my chakras are in full alignment, then I think that divine order is going to take care of all of that. But I will say this, and TD knows this too, y'all make or break me. I can get 20,000 of y'all from here to go vote, and that's all it takes for a runoff. She know that. I feel like I've been loyal to a lot of demographics. The youth is one, but I also have been real sound with my felons too, and they can vote now. So I got 2 pools that no one tapped ever that believe in me. And that's why I said, I don't think it's about gaining y'all vote. I think it's about me continuing to be the oak that y'all like, that y'all respect. So I think that's all I have to do there. Just be more vocal and visual with it so people who your age that don't know can begin to know.
And what do you want the audience that's watching right now to take from this interview?
Upset the setup, unapologetically. You are who you rock with. And when you got the numbers, you don't have to say nothing.
Thanks. Man, I could go all day to be honest, but I appreciate you for pulling up,
I'm going to come back whenever.
Yeah, for sure.
Look, if I lose, I got to come back. And if I win, I told you.
Facts. So we gonna get it in, bro.
Listen, I give you my word. And he ain't made no contribution to my campaign or nothing, but I found this little dude arbitrarily, like people his age listening to him. So I gave him my word that even if it's off city time, I come when I'm off. But once a year, even as mayor, I'm coming to sit down and talk to you and all your people and really let you read me what they saying on there,
That's a bet. I appreciate you for pulling up, man. I look forward to the next time we talk. Like I said, I had 100 million more questions, but I'm going to let y'all go. I know y'all got to rock out, do your thing. I appreciate you for pulling up, you know what I'm saying? Anything you want to leave us with before you
Yeah, I would like to say Cole for Mayor, and you can donate to my campaign using this sign-in on PayPal and Cash App. Vote and donate on this, just how you see it written, Cole number 4 Mayor, Cash App, PayPal, and make sure you vote. We have a lot of other elections. Sheriff is tremendous. If you don't know, sheriff has to do with how you're dealt when you're served, and if you happen to get arrested, how you're treated in jail. So it's a very important election.
I appreciate you, Byron. Real talk.
Cole for Mayor, I appreciate you, so thank you.
No problem.
I'm on the podcast, The Juice.
You dig?
Yeah, and I'm loving it.